Minnesota in top 10 matches this year. They've lost 4 but won their last 2. And there's Samedy out of the back. That was out. He may have seen one of the replays up top. Maybe that's what he saw. Maybe coming from the end line. But point for Gonzalez on that. And there's the block for Minnesota coming up for the second time.
For Mia Grunzi, but great defensive play from the middle.
There's Samedy with the kill for Minnesota. She had all the shots working on Saturday night against Nebraska in the 5-set win. 6-0 run for Minnesota to close it. She had 4 points by herself in that run. Londot goes line. McGraw's back there to retrieve it. And Samedy out of system. Got Erica Davis twisting around.
Involved is important because it opens things up for your pins. And when you have pins like Minnesota does, you want the court to be kind of open for them. And we talked to Hugh McCutcheon about that middle involvement. It's been a really big key for them. But he also has noted that, yeah, when you have pins like Stephanie Samedy, like Jenna Wennis, Heidi Miabe doing a great job, you don't necessarily need to set your middles that much. In that match against Nebraska, they only had 10% of sets to middles, and they still got the job done in 5.
There you go. Samedy coming out of the back row. We got her mom in the building tonight. Chris, Minnesota alum. This is a big one in the Pedraza house tonight. And there's Samedy off the right again. Kind of that spinning the globe look with the spin on that ball that Gonzalez uses sometimes. Samedy got turned away. Minnesota covered it. One more time with McGraw. And Myers off speed, picked up by Murr. And then Grunzi to the back. Kill Kelly there. Samedy slices it inside.
Loved this one over by the Buckeyes. Kylie Murr coming in for a great pancake, sliding that hand under. Was not enough, though, as Stephanie Samedy goes up and scores for her.
Schaffmaster distributing it mostly between those two. A little bit of Heidi Miabe. 5 kills for Miabe, but hitting under 100 right now. The ball she's swinging at her getting dug by Murr. Emily Londot into the cross court to open up set 3. And Jenna Wennis out of the back, and there's Murr. Dig number 20 is vintage Kylie Murr. And Stephanie Samedy.
A tough ball when you're hitting right at CC McGraw, but if you can get it in your Londot, it's a good shot to have.
Gonzalez tried to tap, and 5 straight for the Gophers. Great response. Erica Davis constantly reminds her teammates, I'm not afraid. I'm a freshman, but I'm not afraid. Vocalizes that. Wasn't there against an All-American Samedy. Gonzalez into the block. Rubright and Samedy paying it back after the Davis stuff.
And it seems like this Gopher team has figured out consistency in this offense.
And this is the largest lead of the set for Minnesota. A set of big leads so far. And the ball not controlled well for Ohio State. Getting Samedy a swing. And Gonzalez hustles to keep it up. Right back to Samedy. No doubt. Crushes that ball.
Ohio State gave him a roll shot. CC McGraw nailing that pass. They bring Stephanie Samedy on a bit quick.
2019 team. Feels that the depth on this team is very similar to 2019. And the lead keeps growing. Shea Rubright makes it a 10 spot for Minnesota. The last 3 weeks, it's been all Rubright. Ellie Huseman had played a lot there early in the season. And another block. Rubright combines with Samedy. Targeted Kill Kelly on that serve. Gonzalez did. And Samedy got some help from the tape and put it to the floor. So there's the adjective for Samedy in the 3rd set. Dominant to begin it. Incredible in set 3. And Wennis scrapping, so is Myers. And that does squeak over the net from Miabe. And Miabe back at it. CC McGraw active on this point. And Stephanie Samedy, another incredible swing for number 10.
Going no matter where she is on the court. A back row attack for this one.
That's part of the confidence.
And it's tough to come off the bench if you're any player, but she's come off the bench and just done a beautiful job of being dependable for this Gopher team when they really need someone to step up.
Mia Grunzi into the block. It was so strong for Minnesota last set. Samedy, another sharp one, kept it in this time. No spin, maybe a little swerve on it, going away. And oh my goodness, Stephanie Samedy.
Balls from that right side. Look how much heat she is bringing on the ball. And I mean, there is nobody.
Winestein kills 7 errors. They go 50, and Stephanie Samedy soaring for another one.
A really hard shot to defend if you're anybody, but just beating that block inside. She's almost sure for a kill. She's gonna beat it, she's gonna find a way around it, or she's gonna power right through it.
That one past Haleigh, we're tied up at 18. Near 5-set loss for Illinois at Rutgers, then they go and beat Penn State in 4. Less than 24 hours later, and this set is tied again. Stephanie Samedy takes a little off.
Is a 6'3" setter, one of the taller setters you'll find. A little bit of trouble with the pass, and the Illini will have to send it over free. And right into the middle, it's dug out though, off the attack by Rubright. And there's Stephanie Samedy showing why she is a Big Ten and National Player of the Week. Taylor Cooper on the serve. Another tough one from Super Cooper, as they call her. But a super player is Stephanie Samedy. CeCe McGraw has rattled off a few points in a row here. And the pass. The serve, excuse me. Here's Terry. Goes off speed. Samedy from the right side off the Illini block. And she'll get the kill. Illinois has had 7 of them. Samedy, just a little long. Oh, they do say it was in. Melanie Schaffmaster is ready to go out of Newcastle, Indiana. Nearly an error, but Cooney gets a swing out of it, and Illinois will get to set up again. Terry into the block of Samedy, and Rubright may have gotten a hand on it as well. Taylor Cooper on the serve. Samedy off the Illini block and into the crowd. And Raina Terry puts it in play. Samedy right through the seam between the Illini block. Illinois tied for 6th in the Big Ten coming into the match with Ohio State. Both teams at 8 and 5, and there's an ace by Samedy. And this is a run here now for Minnesota. Jenna Winnes, they're calling it a breakout season. Had a 22-kill performance against Nebraska a few matches ago. This one run down by McGraw. Miyabi will send the birthday ball over to Cooney. And from the left side, Nungi puts a swing on it. Samedy with a fastball that is all that Cooney could handle. It is back to serve. Samedy with another kill. Boy, like a golfer. Overpass. As Cooper flopped to the floor, an ace for Samedy. In the middle, with a double block, Illinois recovers. Quick to the middle, good save and dig by Cooper. Now a tap by Cooney. From the back row, Winnes right off the body of Cooper. Somehow the Illini run it down, and the rally continues. Miyabi off the top of the block. Another dig by Cooper. Free ball coming over. Minnesota back into system for Samedy. There was no block on it. That's a layup.
Easy, wide open.
Minnesota and Melanie Schaffmaster continue. And this run here leading by 9. And the double block teamed up there. Taylor Cooper on the serve. Samedy down off the block from Illinois.
I guess Penn State, they're still, nagging that loss to Illinois last Saturday.
Grant down the left side again. It's up to Horde here. And there's Murphy underneath on that quick set. Now it's Jones again from the left side, deflected at the net, and Blossom's there with the dig, and Hampton now at the pass to Parker at the left side, blocks, but Hampton's there with the cover. Pritchard now from the back row through the triple block, but it's kept up by Jones, and Grant sends the roll shot over. A back set now to Parker, left side, blocked again, but it goes out of play. Good leave there by Jenna Hampton, has Penn State back within one, down 2-3. She's set up in her own right center part of the court here for Michigan, sending it over left to right. A powerful strike there. It's received by Rollins. Now it's set to Parker. Goes cross court. Murray's there on the dig. Now Merzick going cross court, but Hampton's there with her own dig. Pritchard on the slide from the middle. It's kept alive by Jones out of the back row. An attack that time by Boney. Here's Parker now right side. Too strong over the back line. Through this early doors of the first set has Michigan up 13-11 as Hampton's there on the receive from Grant's serve, and now left side Parker dug by Grant. Now left side for Michigan comes Paige Jones, and Hampton's there with a diving dig. Back over to Parker, a tap at the net, gets it down through the block after it ricochets off a couple of Wolverines, and for Johnny Parker, that's her 4th kill of the night. Blossom out of the right corner again. Merzick there, able to keep it alive. Now Jones sends it into the block, but it's covered that time by the Wolverines and Scotty Johnson. Jones will try again, but Hampton's there with a nice cross-court dig. Rollins this time switching up and going down the left side. Set up in the left corner. She's able to do so as Grant there with the receive now to set over to Merzick, and Stark with a nice dig out of the back row. Parker a roll shot from the 3-meter line, tipped at the net. Now it's set over to Merzick, left side. Parker's there with a dig. Blossom tries to set her dump. It's tipped up at the net. And now Merzick will try again from the left side, tips the tape, and Hampton with another amazing dig. Rollins here, picks up the kill, goes down the left side, it tips off a diving Paige Jones, and Penn State up 18-16. Back to serve for Penn State. She's set up in the left corner. Gets it over, Grant there on the receive, a back set now to Boney on the slide there, and Hampton's there with a great dig on the near side. Rollins there, sends it into the tape, but it gets over. Now Merzick from the back row, Rollins with a nice dig. Blossom with a pass over to Parker, right side, goes cross court. Murray there on the dig. Now it's set over to Paige Jones, tipped at the net, and Rollins dives into the air to keep it up. Stark blocked at the net there, Jackie Boney. Merzick out of the left corner, sends it over there. A little trouble by Stark, and a free ball sent over by Rollins. A quick set here to Jess Robinson, who gets it off Hampton, but kept alive by Johnny Parker, and a free ball sent over by Stark. It's over to Jones there. It's blocked at the net, but kept up by Horde. Over to Rollins here. Into the block and down goes Adana Rollins. Sending it over right to left for Penn State. She goes right back at Merzick that time. She's able to keep it up, and it's over to Paige Jones going cross court, but Hampton there. Over to Rollins. I mean, there's no stopping Adana Rollins right now. But now back to serve is Adana Rollins, who's on 17 kills, her season high. And here comes Jess Robinson down the middle for the Wolverines. It's kept up, and now it's set over to Parker. Right side swing, goes cross court, and splitting Scotty Johnson and Jess Merzick in the back row. Absolute burst onto the scene for this Russ Rose team as Menger's in to serve once again. Goes cross court. Hannah Grant on the receive out of the middle of the back row. Boney down the right side to Hampton with another great dig. Stark here taps it over, and it's kept up by a racing Hannah Grant. Rollins with the dig, sets up Blossom with the back set to Holland on the slide.
Holland is doing a great job on that front line right now.
Menger again with the serve. It's kept up by Grant on the receive. It's set over to Paige Jones, left side, and Hampton's there again with another dig. Rollins from the back row off the kill attempt, and that time certainly a case for there. Rollins picking up her 18th kill into 9-6 lead. As Stark continues to serve, it's over to Merzick, left side. Hampton there with another great dig. Here's Rollins again, and there's kill number 19 from the left side for Adana Rollins. Angelina Stark out of the left corner, sends it over right to left. Back pass here to Merzick going cross court. Hampton's there on a nice dig again. Rollins left side, Murray can't control it, and for Adana Rollins, it's a new career high. Her 21st kill of the night. Adana Rollins set up in the right corner for the Nittany Lions. She sends it over right to left. Kept up by the Spartans, and now an attack from the left side comes Sarah Franklin. Blossom has to jump up to keep that one alive. Stark here, coming from the left side, goes cross court. And just like that, this is their scoring run to 4 with that kill from Stark, makes it 21-18.
Can we talk about
Sends the right-handed serve over down the left side. Gibbs dives in to keep it alive. Now Franklin from the left side. Hampton with a nice diving dig. Stark again from the left side, goes cross court. Cavangelli keeps it alive. Now Franklin, the roll shot from the left side, kept up by Blossom. Now from Penn State's left side, it's Stark again. Gibbs dives in after it. It ricochets off her arm. Back into the stands it goes. And Poljan again out of the left corner. Standing serve going down the left side. Rollins with the receive. Hampton, the pass over to Stark, coming from the 3-meter line on the left side. Gets it off the block. Out of play, and the lead. Penn State will be sending it over from right to left, and she goes down the near left side. A back set now from Bishop. Gets it over to Johnson. Rollins with a nice dig out of the back row. Parker, a little tap over from the 10-foot line. And now it's set over to Franklin, left side. Out of kind of a sidearm attack there, but set over to Parker now. Going cross court. Oh, my goodness. Gabby Blossom heads back to the right corner to serve. Pushes it down the middle. Gibbs on the receive. A little trouble there, but Cavangelli able to push it over at the left side. Hampton with the pass over to Parker. Right pin attack going cross court. For the Nittany Lions, she's set up on the right side again. Out of the right corner, goes cross court. Gibbs has to dive after it to keep it alive. A little bit of trouble, and Franklin out of the back row pushes it over. It's tipped up, and Blossom comes in with the dig. Now Rollins, left side, goes cross court. Gibbs, it ricochets off her arm, and back into the scores table it goes. Watch out down there, and now it's 23-18.
They got it. They got the point.
And now Stark, who just picked up the kill, back to serve, sends that right corner serve over to the left side. And now Cavangelli with the attack, tipped up at the net, kept alive. Now Rollins, her own left side attack, blocked but covered. Blocked it, covered again by Penn State there, and now Rollins will try again. Going cross court and picking up the kill, and Penn State takes the 8-7 lead. Gabby Blossom set to serve out of the right-hand corner, sending it over right to left, and we are underway here in Happy Valley. It's received by Michigan, and a free ball sent over by Hannah Grant. A quick set now to Caitlin Horde, who goes down the right side, and we're off and running. Penn State up with a 1-0 lead there. Just quick transition, getting Michigan out of system off the serve, and then a quick attack by Caitlin Horde. Back right center part of the service line, goes down the middle, and Merzik's there on the receive, and now a slide attack that time by Boney's, kept up by Hampton. Now Parker comes down the middle there, and she'll pick up the kill as it deflects off the block, and then off of Merzik out of the back row, ties it up at 5. She's got 11 service aces on the year to 44 service errors. And Rollins again picking up a nice receive there, setting up the Penn State offense over to Pritchard there, left side, deflected off the net for Michigan. Standing serve again, Rollins that time with a better receive, and now the attack over to Pritchard there, the tap at the left side, kept up by Murray. Tapped over and now kept over by Penn State, and Pritchard, there she goes again, cutting the lead down to 2. Pritchard back to serve out of the right corner. Sends the knuckle serve over, and Merzik's there on the receive. Now Robinson at the slide, blocked at the net by Rollins, but covered by Grant. Now from the back row comes Jones, and Hampton's there on the back right corner with a dig. Rollins from the left side goes cross court and catches that back right-hand corner, cutting the lead down to 1. She's slotted in nicely for this Russ Rose squad. Is back to serve is Scotty Johnson, and there's Stark on the receive. Now Parker from the back row pushes it over, and Grant's there on the dig. Now Murray from the right side, Stark that time with the dig. Parker, a roll shot over down the middle. It's kept up by Jones out of the back row, and now an attack from the left side by Merzik, and Hampton has to backtrack to get it. Now Rollins cross court from the left side, and that back right-hand corner is working for Penn State, and they're down only by 1, trailing 9-10. She's got a kill tonight. She came into tonight with 266, as there's Stark on the receive out of the back row. Horde comes down the middle, but Merzik's there on the dig, and now a set over to Jones. Left side, Stark out of the back row with another dig. It floats over the net, but tapped back over by Penn State. Now it comes back to their side, as it's a back set to Parker, right side, and gets it off the block and out of play, tying this one up at 11. Through this early doors of the first set, has Michigan up 13-11, as Hampton's there on the receive from Grant's serve, and now left side, Parker dug by Grant. Now left side for Michigan comes Paige Jones, and Hampton's there with a diving dig. Back over to Parker, a tap at the net, gets it down through the block after it ricochets off a couple of Wolverines, and for Johnny Parker, that's her 4th kill of the night. A standing serve sent over, and Rollins is there on the receive. The set over to Pritchard, left side, goes cross court. Jones with back row dig. Now Merzick sends it into the block of Holland and Blossom.
Long review. Now they're up 3 scores.
Johnson goes down the right side. Rollins there with the dig, and now Rollins has the kill there.
Kendall Murray is doing a great job filling in for her.
Merzick there on the serve. It's kept up by Rollins on the left side. Rollins comes again from the left side and finding that back right corner on that cross-court attack. Heads back to serve. At the right corner going cross-court. Merzick's there on the receive. Now Jones from the left side. Tipped at the net, kept up by Stark. Now the pass over to Rollins again. Hannah Grant with a nice dig. It comes back over to the Penn State side, though, as Horde comes down the middle through the block, and the lead's down to 1. Trailing 18-19 now for Penn State. Blossom out of the right corner again. Merzick there, able to keep it alive. Now Jones sends it into the block, but it's covered that time by the Wolverines and Scotty Johnson. Jones will try again, but Hampton's there with a nice cross-court dig. Rollins this time switching up and going down the left side. Starks come in and replaced her as Jones sends it right down the middle there, but here comes Allie Holland. And Allie Holland putting her name on the score sheet there with her first kill of the night, has Penn State back within 1. Right down the middle here for Penn State. Pushes it down the left side. Murray there on the receive. Now another slide from Boney. Rollins with the dig, but it's an overpass for Penn State. Now Merzick. Hampton's there, but it floats back over. A joust at the net. Falls back on Michigan's side. Gabby Blossom has tied it up at 15. She had the service issue just there. She goes right back at Murray, but Merzick steps in to keep it up. Paige Jones from the back row, and Angelina Stark with her dig there, but Gabby Blossom, she tries to set her dump again, and that time it pays off. 1-18. You get a look at it there. If you're just joining us, I'm Matt Scowser, joining alongside me, Jack McCune, and Gabby Blossom out of the right corner, sends it over and picks up a service ace for Penn State. Out of the timeout, not to start Mark Rosen, and the Wolverines wanted. Gabby Blossom now back to serve. Out of the right corner, she goes down the right side. Paige Jones keeps it up. Now the right side swing by Merzick, kept up by Blossom. Now Rollins into the block there, and we are tied once again at 22. Jess Robinson and Jess Merzick. We'll talk a little bit quieter here as Gibbs serves it out of the right corner, sends it right to left. A quick set now to Caitlin Horde, who goes down the middle. And just like that, Penn State's on the board off the kill from Caitlin Horde, making it 1-0.
Don't really see that a lot, especially in Big Ten play and at the collegiate level.
And now it's Cabangeli set to serve it over out of the left corner. And here's a quick set now to Horde, down the middle she comes. It's kept alive, though, as it pinballed around off some Spartans. But that is 4 touches there as Sarah Franklin sent it over for the Spartans. Set up in the left corner. She pushes it over left to right. Hampton out of the middle with the receive. Now Holland on the slide. Allie Holland on the slide attack from the right side makes it 7-6. That's her 3rd kill of the night already. It's a 3-0 scoring run with Bishop back to serve again out of the right corner. Starks there on the receive. A quick set to Horde, who dumps it down the middle. And it's kept alive and pushed back over by Cabangeli. Now Blossom center dump. Bishop reads it perfectly out of the middle. Franklin the roll shot from the back row. It's kept up by Parker out of the back row. Now Horde. Caitlin Horde from down the middle pushes it towards the left side. And out of reach there for Julia Bishop. Here's Johnson out of the right corner. No service there that time as Rollins receives it out of the middle of the back row. Here comes Johnny Parker from the right side, kept up by Cabangeli out of the back row. From the 3-meter line, it's Johnson there, blocked at the net but covered. And now it's pushed over by Cabangeli as Starks there with the dig. A quick set here to Holland, gets it through the block and down.
And so far for Sparty, it's working.
Franklin again, able to get it over. Now here's a quick set for Penn State and Allie Holland, and she's able to take advantage of it.
Making sure she tries to get it on that line, just misses wide.
Rollins now set up in the right corner once again. Floats it over. It dumps back over. Parker dumps it down and comes back over. Pinballs around. A free ball sent back over. A quick set now to Horde going down the middle. Gibbs with a nice diving dig. From the left side comes Franklin, and Rollins is there with the dig out of the back row. Stark from the left side. It's blocked, but comes back out of bounds. And Penn State now with the 20-18 lead.
Over to where Stark was located, and she happened to get it over the net perfectly.
Rollins there with the serve. Gibbs has to send a free ball over, and now a quick set to Caitlin Horde. Goes right back at Gibbs. Nothing she could do about that one. It's 22-18. Sarah Franklin set to serve out of the right corner. Hampton's there with the receive. It's set over to Stark, left side. And she redeems herself that time, giving Penn State the set one victory. Cabangeli set up in the left corner here for the Spartans opposite the bench, and now Hampton on the receive from the back row. It's set to Parker, who pushes it down the middle. Cabangeli out of the right corner with the dig. Now Molly Johnson puts it through the block. Now Caitlin Horde coming down the middle, tips it off the block. It still catches the line, and it's a 2-1 Penn State lead. Now in for the Spartans is Rebecca Poljan, who sends it out of the left corner. Received, and now a Stark attack from the left side. Ricochets off of Cabangeli and into the wrecking crew. I think it's returned back, but Hampton there with the serve sent over. Spartans are out of system, and Cabangeli has to send a bump back over. A back set now to Parker. Right side, taps it down, and it falls. A nice pancake dig attempt there by Gibbs kept it alive, but eventually it fell back down. Hanger set up in the left corner. The left-handed serve goes down the middle. Edmonds on the receive, but it comes back over. Holland dumps it down, but it's kept alive by the Spartans. Now here comes Stark, left side, going cross court. Edmonds, it ricochets off her arms and back out of the field of play. And it's a 7-5 Nittany Lion lead as Angelina Stark gets back on the board. There's that high toss again. Gets it over. Rollins out of the middle of the back row with the receive. Now from the middle of the back row comes Johnny Parker. And she picks up the kill there. Here on Big Ten Plus, I'm Matt Scalzo, joined alongside John Drager, and Allie Holland sends the serve out of the left corner, right to left. It's kept up by Gibbs. Now Cabangeli from the left side sends it into the net. It pinballs around off the block of Blossom. Bishop out of the right corner. Again, sent over. Rollins on the receive. A quick set here to Caitlin Horde. And Caitlin Horde. The right-handed serve received by Gibbs. Set over to Franklin, left side, goes down the left line, Blossom on the dig. Hampton, the pass over to Johnny Parker, goes cross court, Bishop with a nice dig, and now Cabangeli will pass it over to Franklin, who will send the free ball over. Rollins comes up to play it. Blossom, the back set to Parker, goes cross court, and that'll do it! Johnny Parker!
If you're just joining us, 5 points in, Rutgers leading Michigan State 3-2 here on Big Ten Plus. Knights nearly get an ace. And it's McNamara again, this time turned away. That one blocked back. Nothing doing for Sarah Franklin so far. They go to the other pin, and it's Molly Johnson, the 6'4" senior from Ann Arbor, Michigan. 3 straight losses since their biggest win of the season against number 7 Purdue. There's Belico, went for the dump set kill, snuffed out by Julia Bishop. And there's Franklin on the board. As we see Megan Vernon, the fifth-year grad student transfer from Kansas State, check in for the first time. Sparty goes back to Johnson in a 4-set loss against the 9th-ranked Buckeyes. Had a career-high 14 digs and a career-high 5 blocks. And Michigan State's added another ace, their second of the opening set. Faced Emma Monks, we'll talk about her plenty of times tonight. Another chance for Cabangeli, that time dug out by Kojadinovic. Oren Gibbs was setting for Franklin, back to Cabangeli, and she's got another kill. Biamba Cabangeli, 4 kills. She said, we tried Max out in the back row, we tried her on the near side pin, but she's just most comfortable on the outside pin, and we feel comfortable with her offense being able to generate the most amount of points and give us schedules the back-to-back matches. They beat Michigan State in 4 to end the season. Dump set kill for Julia Bishop, and a thing of beauty. Indiana, Michigan State, Iowa, and Rutgers. Out of the timeout, it's Cabangeli. She's been the hot hand here in the opening frame. It hasn't been. Struggled in the loss against Maryland like most of the team did. 7 kills, hit under 100. There's a nice response from Michigan State. Has always had a great serve. She's got 86 aces for her career. And there is Gross. Rutgers having a ton of trouble dealing with Nia Gross right now. They've got the barn rocking here now. Michigan State responds with Molly Johnson. And even Belika, who can get you with a dump set kill if you don't pay attention. That's when they're at their best. Sliding right for the kill that time for the Spartans. And another dipping serve, and it's an ace for Bishop. Big dig from Chitty. Dump set kill for Bishop. First time we've seen it from her tonight. Belika, Gnaiden, blocked. Gross and Bishop. We'll see if Caitlin Schweihofer wants to go back to the senior from Russia at some point. For now, it's Cheshalik manning the far pin. Franklin from the back row with venom, and Belika somehow got hands on it. But then the dump set kill for Bishop. They were both at UTSA, and I'm sure Big Ten fans know Dominique Tomlin well, as Michigan State now takes the lead.
And now Blossom set up in the right corner, and she sends the serve over, going down the middle. It's kept up, and now it's over to Johnson, left side, going cross court. Hampton's there on the dig, and set over to Rollins, who had a strong night last night from the left pin. It's tipped up and kept up by the Spartans. Johnson here sends the free ball over. Hampton runs over to keep it up. Here comes Horde once again. Gibbs is there on the sideline with the dig. Now from the back row comes Sarah Franklin, and Stark able to pick up the dig there, but Rollins not able to keep it alive, as that dig attempt by Stark kind of this rec hall crowd, as Rollins is set up in the right corner, sends it down the middle. Franklin's there with the receive, and a setter dump that time by Julia Bishop. Back to serve is Jenna Hampton, set up in the left corner, goes cross court, kept up by Franklin, and now Franklin the attack from the left side, too strong, but it is tipped at the net there.
It's a common stat that Penn State has managed to struggle in.
Bishop sends the serve over down the right side. Rollins on the receive. Now Rollins on the attack. It was blocked at the net. It was pinballing around off some Nittany Lions, and then a carry called on Rollins gives the Spartans the 8-7 lead. 21 service aces coming into tonight. It's cupped up by the Spartans. Here's Cabangeli from the left side, and Holland is there with the dig. It's over to Rollins, left side, blocked but covered by the Nittany Lions. Stark with the pass over back to Rollins, going cross court again. Danziger with the dig, but it ricochets back off her arms and out of play. That's her third kill of the night already. It's a 3-0 scoring run with Bishop back to serve again out of the right corner. Stark's there on the receive. A quick set to Horde, who dumps it down the middle, and it's kept alive and pushed back over by Cabangeli. Now Blossom setter dump. Bishop reads it perfectly out of the middle. Franklin the roll shot from the back row. It's kept up by Parker out of the back row. Now Horde. Caitlin Horde from down the middle pushes it towards the left side, and out of reach there for Julia Bishop.
But now that the crowd's back into it, I think momentum might have swung their way.
A quick set here to Monks coming down the middle.
Yeah, and that's Michigan State's 5th service error compared to Penn State's 4, so a little bit of back and forth on the errors, but so far, who can limit it the best?
A back set now. Here comes Johnson. It's tipped at the net. It says, goes out of play. This is Johnny Parker. She's got 8 service aces on the season. She's set up in the left corner, goes over to the right side. It's kept up by the Spartans. A setter dump that time by Bishop. Now the Spartans have the 14-13 lead. As Franklin set up to serve once again, that high toss serve. Able to get it over again. Rollins again with the receive. Stark with the attack from the left side, kept up by Cabangeli. It's a quick set here.
And now Penn State's getting a little bit of momentum back.
Stark goes down the left side. It's kept up by Franklin. Now Gross, the slide from the right side. Goes cross court with it. It's 16-14 now for the Spartans.
But she's getting out there getting all those digs for Nittany Lions.
Cabangeli there picking up the kill from the left side. That powerful attack from the left pin deflects off the block.
I Horde and Blossom to get up there and stuff it right back in her face.
Blossom out of the right corner, sent over. Franklin on the receive. Now it's set over. Going cross court. That time is Cabangeli. And back to serve now, Adana Rollins. If you listened in last night, I called her Red Hot Rollins for the 21 kills she had, and out of the right corner, she sends it over. Now from the right side comes Molly Johnson, and she slices that one a little too far to the right.
Going a little bit more controlled and accurate on their serves.
Hampton with the float serve. It dips down a little bit. Gross with the attack from the near side. It's kept up as it was blocked, and now it teeter-tatters around on top of the net there from the attack from Franklin, which was blocked by Parker with the Nittany Lions on set point. She's out of the left corner, clips the tape. It's kept alive by Edmonds. It floats back over, but here comes Franklin left side, and Sarah Franklin. Now Adana Rollins, who was the shining star last night, sent it over. Gibbs on the receive. Now a back set over to Johnson going cross court. Blossom diving in to keep it alive, and Parker sends the roll shot over from the right side. It's tipped at the net. Kept up, though, by the Spartans. Now Franklin puts it through the block, and we are tied up. Molly Johnson out of the right corner sends it over. Hampton dives in for the receive. Here comes Parker from the right side. It's tipped up at the net, kept up. And now here's a slide attack from Gross with perfect placement from the right side.
Waiting for the dig. She sends it right cross court towards that corner, and Edmonds had nothing to do.
Now Cabangeli goes down the middle. It just died off the arm of Jenna Hampton there on that near right side as Angelina Stark is set up in the left corner once again. Puts it over. Edmonds on the receive now from the back row, and Sarah Franklin responds with a kill of her own from the back row. Makes it a 7-8 deficit.
That got her 7th kill tonight.
Blossom there and responding with the setter dump. Julia Bishop, it's the 3rd time she's done that tonight. Rollins there with the serve out of the left corner. Here comes the back set and the attack from Johnson. Hampton goes racing back to keep it alive, and a free ball sent over by Rollins. A quick set again. Here comes Franklin. No stopping that one.
And Bishop. Great location by the senior.
Hampton from the left corner sent over. It's kept up, and here comes Franklin, and what a response from Sarah Franklin. Now Cabangeli out of the left corner pushes it down the left side. It's kept up by Rollins. A set over to Horde, who just has to push it over down the middle. And now a setter dump by Bishop, and another one of those for her. That's her 4th kill of the night.
This on that back line.
Stark grazes the tape. It's kept up by Edmonds. Another setter dump for Bishop, and it works out again. On 24 kills, sets up in the right corner, clips the top of the tape, and Rollins dives to keep it alive. Now Stark. It's blocked at the net. Julia Bishop and Nia Gross. She's set up in the left corner. The right-handed serve goes down the middle. Gibbs on another receive. A back set here. Now to Gross on the slide. Johnny Parker with a great dig. Rollins left side. Blocked at the net, though.